What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Power Chi. Oh my gosh, how much I miss saying that. I know I haven't posted a video in the last 2 years, and a lot of you guys have been waiting on an update on my BRZ and seeing just where I've been taking the build and what happened to my car. I haven't really posted it on Instagram. If you guys are not following me, follow me right here. It's at It's Power of Chi on IG. For those of you who are waiting, Chi has come to deliver. So today I'm going to be explaining what exactly happened to my BRZ, whether or not I still have it. Let's just jump right into it. I no longer have my BRZ, and you guys are probably wondering, did I get into an accident? You know, what exactly happened? So I actually traded in the BRZ for something else. I'm not gonna let you guys know what exactly that car is, just because I'm gonna save that for a different video, just because I'm really excited to show you guys. However, I'm really just gonna take this time to reflect on the time that I have had with my BRZ, just because I do miss it a lot. It was a beautiful car and it treated me so well. No major repairs over the course of the 2.5 to 3 years that I've owned it. So yeah, I just wanted to upgrade my car, and I think I moved into a different life stage that I was in at the time when I originally bought the BRZ. So when I share with you guys the new vehicle that I purchased, you know what, you guys can wait for that for the next video. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Turn on the post notifications so that you can get the updates when I upload my next video. But I just want to take this time to kind of reflect on the times that I've had with the BRZ and take you through different photos that I'm going to be displaying as I'm speaking to the camera right now, just to reminisce, go down memory lane and see all the builds or all the looks that I've given the BRZ. As you guys know, I call it a build, but you guys can argue that it's not necessarily a build if you didn't do anything under the hood. So the only thing I really did under the hood with the BRZ is a K&N drop-in filter. So yeah, that's basically all I did under the hood. You can basically say that I riced the crap out of my car, but that's what I mean by I feel like I moved on to a different stage in my life where I no longer want to drive around waking up my neighbors when I'm doing a cold start in the morning and just drawing attention to cops and just in general. So you guys have seen the Lambo louvers, which I will slap a photo of right here. That is a look that I don't even know what was going on in my head at that time. I really liked the look of Lambo louvers. I thought it would be cool to put on my BRZ. Now that I really look back, man, it did look a little bit trashy, but you know what? If you have window louvers on your car, all the power to you. Everyone has their own opinions on how they want to dress up their car, and that is no exception to it. It's just that at the time I thought that it was really nice and cool, but in the end I ended up selling it to someone on the Facebook group, and they got it for a really good deal. So that was one of the looks that was a little bit more on the questionable side. But speaking about the questionable looks that I built on my BRZ, you got the Rocket Bunny V2 wing, the one that attaches to the actual trunk. So I'll actually slap a photo right here. That's actually one of my favorite photos of this car. Despite the car looking like a rice rocket after I installed that, you know, I thought it was really cool. I guess the downforce, you know, I didn't necessarily need it. Despite it being a rear-wheel drive car, I never really went that fast to need that big wing. But you know, I did enjoy some Pringles on it, and yeah, I guess it turned heads, probably not for good reason, but that was a look at the time. The thing with that wing is that I actually had to drill like, I think 8 holes on one side and then another 8 on the other side. So in total I had 16 holes in the back of my stock trunk, which probably wasn't the best decision at the time, but my dad actually helped me on that project, so it holds really good memories with me, just because it was really good bonding time that I had with my dad to kind of mod my car with my dad. Like, that is the coolest shit ever. So forever gonna hold on to that memory. But yeah, the wing had to go, but I could not sell the wing without selling the trunk attached to the wing. And so instead of trying to spend time finding a buyer to trade trunks with me, because someone had to have a white trunk as well to make that swap, What I ended up doing was I took off the trunk and I bought a Save-On carbon fiber trunk. So I'm gonna slap a photo of that right here. And you know what? I actually really liked the look of the carbon fiber trunk because I had my roof wrapped black, so it kind of looked like a skunk. The next mod that I'm gonna show you guys is the carbon fiber hood that I did. I believe this was the Save-On DV hood that I got used for a really, really good price. Yeah, it just looked like a skunk because it was just like white, black, and then white. So I thought it looked really cool, and then over time I thought that it looked a little bit trashy yet again. So I ended up selling the hood, and I ended up trading with one of my buddies a stock white BRZ trunk, and then I just gave him the carbon fiber one. Yeah, basically that's when I reverted it back to stock, and that was essentially the pivoting point to where I realized that, you know what, this build is starting to get out of hand because I just started changing parts like every season, and I just spent so much money on this car, and all the parts I ended up just selling it for a loss, really. Because I'd be selling to my friends and just people who watched this channel. So yeah, if you guys are watching this and you bought my parts, then yo, thank you so much. You guys said some amazing things when you guys saw me in person, which I think is unbelievable because I only literally had 1,000 subscribers at that time. Well, moving along to the rest of my cosmetic mods, I had this crazy obsession with carbon fiber. Like, as you guys could probably tell, I had to get carbon fiber mirror caps, and this was directly from AliExpress, and I thought that was the best deal ever. So I ended up purchasing it overseas, got it shipped over, and slapped it onto my mirror caps, and I thought that looked pretty fire. That was one of my favorite mods that I've done to the car. But when I ended up selling the car and trading it to the dealership, I had to make sure that I stripped away all the parts just to make sure that I was able to get back some money that I put into the car by basically essentially parting it out. So carbon fiber mirror caps were definitely something that was my favorite mod. And now in terms of the exhaust, there was one point where I had the NVIDIA N1 exhaust, which was hella loud, and then I added the Tomei unequal length headers, which made it stupid loud. I remember when I started up my car in Fairview Mall in Toronto, right by the station, it was underground in the wintertime, cold start after not turning on for a couple hours, and I set a couple cars' alarms off. So yeah, that was basically the turning point of when I realized that my car was way too loud. While I was running the NVIDIA N1 exhaust as well as the Tomei UEL headers, I also had the open flash tablet flash tuned into my car as well, stage 2. After I realized that was a turning point, yeah, the open flash tablet was really cool and all. The NVIDIA N1 and the UEL Tomei headers did sound really, really, really good, and it's got that Subaru burble as well. However, going into a next stage in my life, I felt like that's something that needed to change. So that's basically when I had to make a decision that it was either continue building up this car and continue dumping money into it, or get something a little bit more, I don't want to say reliable because the BRZ was really reliable, but given that I had it lowered on the iLock Sportline springs, which gave it basically, after it settled in, almost a 2-inch drop all around, I decided that it was time to change, because here in Canada it snows a lot, and yeah, I just couldn't make my way around when the snow passed about like 20 centimeters. And even with a lot of salt bags in the back, with the shovel as well, it just got really tedious, and I didn't want to have to worry about having to step out of my car and dig my car out of my driveway just to go somewhere 10 minutes away. So that was my thought process on why I ended up getting rid of the car. But I love the Subaru BRZ so much. If I had the funds to, I would totally get this car again. Just wanted to shoot you guys a quick video and let you guys know exactly what happened with the BRZ. I will be posting on YouTube more frequently going forward, so I just wanted you guys to have that update as well as this closure for me, because I know that I was mainly posting car videos of my BRZ, but I'm gonna be now focusing my channel more so on just my life basically. So, you know, if you guys are curious what I've been up to over the last 2 years, definitely stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts on the build and which look that you thought, you know, was the best to your liking. I'm curious to know. Follow me on Instagram at It's Power of Chi, as you know, you guys will be able to get more updates from me there as well. For those of you who want to join me on this YouTube adventure and this YouTube journey, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.